50 Shades freed after 82 minutes. 50 Shades freed after 82 minutes. Okay. Not really. It's not. There were more like conversations that lasted a little bit longer because I was like, I'm not sure anything really, you know, but I don't feel like it's too much for me to even like kind of say right about now about what just happened. So she tells him that he's mad. Oh, she saw the text from Elena. Her reaction, she uh, gets up. So she gets up. She grabs something. I'm not sure what she grabbed. She ends up going to the red room, the playroom. And so she sleeps in there. When Christian wakes up, she's not around. He can't find her. He's about to send like a search party. See, you watched the CCTV. You did it. He about to do that whole thing. Then she comes downstairs and she's like, Sawyer, ready for work in 20 minutes. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so she's ignoring him, not talking to him. These are just like, they're a little, they're like, I don't know, like, this little sticky things like this are kind of little, like, okay. Because I have to, like, to admit, right, I have been, when I was younger, I do remember, like, it's when you decide not like it's I don't know it's difficult. It's a worst part, right? Because like in one by one token, if you say something when you're mad, you say anything. But if you say something when you're mad, one, it's gonna be taken as, oh, this is really truthful. You really meant this, and so saying something when you're mad. Okay, there's a couple things with that, right? Because if it is a truth, and that's just how you feel anyway, so you've been able to express that regardless, right? But under the pretext that you're mad, that's a whole nother thing. So sometimes it's like, okay, you want to wait to actually talk at a decent time or moment, giving time to space to say, to decompress, to think about it a little bit, pick and choose your words. So you're like, all right, if you don't want to argue, you don't want to do this and the third, right? But for somebody else, this is why you at least say that. Like, especially if they don't know. But if they do know, then it's like, all right, cool, whatever, but when do you, so under that, when, who is then supposed to make it so that y'all can come together and then finally do talk? Because however, how long do you need for that, right? Those type of things. But so she goes, but the one thing was like, that puts a strain on the relationship by ignoring or not talking. Like, it puts a strain on the relationship anyway. I just do remember somebody saying that. So, but she takes a shower. Christian comes back out. Well, no. Christian's waiting for her to come out the shower. So he's like, you just ignoring me? And then so, of course, she goes to bring up the fact that he was with Elena. And she was like, you always talking about me choosing this baby over you. But she's like, yeah, she gonna choose the baby. She's like, in this and that room. She was like, da da da, boo, boo, boo. And she was like, she's like, did you fuck her? She got her ass, right? And then she was like, so when things get hard or things get tough, that's who you run to. The woman that taught you how to fuck. That's what, because remember, that's how he said it. He said in the second movie, she was like, she taught me how to fuck. She taught me how to love. It's different, whatever. She's like, so when things get hard, that's who you run to. This ain't there, boom, boom. So those are things, right? She was like, you run to her and you go talk to her, and so like those are like, man, there's a couple things I could talk, like, is when it comes to like relationships, there's a couple things that so there's a couple things. And if problems or issue arise, right, who do you talk to? Because by one facet, it is supposed to be that y'all talk to each other, y'all keep it to each other, like that's supposed to be in one realm, one facet. Y'all talk to each other. Other people don't need to know what's going on. They don't need to know your business. The they shouldn't be able to tell if y'all having any type of problems or issues, right? Because y'all handle it on your own terms, and like that's just it's just messy for other people to have speculation, for people to be on some, because some people waiting for some people are waiting, for that. Oh, they about to break up. It's gonna be my time to. I'm the next person up. Those type of things, right? You don't even want, like, this is why it's like big. Like, you don't want a shorty that is always just, if everybody knows that she's having problems in her relationships because she always posting on social media. So she baiting all these other niggas to come talk to her in her DMs and shit. It'd be a thing, bro. It'd be a thing. I don't wanna talk about it too much, bro. But um, that was the thing. Like, so she was like, things get hard, things get tough. They just got married, and then who do you decide to confide in? You know. But because sometimes, and again, it's one of those. Okay, if you can't talk to the person at that time, or because it's just not good, and that's why I say, like, you were wanted to be in such a way that it's okay, like, regardless, and be able to talk all the way through it. But that does not, it don't be happening like that. Y'all just y'all just not gonna be able to talk through it at that time, right? And so y'all can't talk about it at that time. One or other people aren't gonna be understanding. Emotions are high, all of that stuff. And then so going somewhere else to somebody else and talking to them about whatever is a whole nother thing. So it'd be that type of thing. So it is on his behalf, though, him not only, because it'd be different, like, if he went to talk to Mia, his sister, or his brother Elliot, any of those type of things, right? It was also the fact that he talked to somebody that he's been with before, and somebody that has a significance in how she feels about. It's all of those types of things. It's also who did he just go talk to, you know. So there's just she of course she's mad about that. She goes to work. At work, she's ignoring him still. He was trying to call. Um, she's rubbing her stomach. She's trying to emphasize the whole that she's pregnant. Let me see. What's another part, bro? It was also, Kate is also calling her. So Kate was trying to call her, and she was like, yo, Christian was trying to get in contact with you. Like, he said this, that, third. She's like, oh, yeah, I talked to him this morning, and it was all right. She's like, yo, you good? She's like, yeah, talk to me. No, it's all right. We're not going to talk right now. Talk to you later. It's kind of busy at work. It's one of them. So right after that, though, after she talks to Kate, then she gets a call from Mia. But it's not Mia. It's Jack Hyde. So she's like, this is Mia's phone. Yeah. I thought you in jail. No. Got on. And so then Jack is, the purpose of this one little conversation, Jack lets you know his whole motivation. He feels, remember, Christian and Jack were in the foster system, whatever. And when the police came, there was a note that was left, and it said, you owe me a life. So when they found out later that they was both in the system and this and third, Jack is going on this whole little rant about it should have been me. I should have been Christian Grey. I'm smarter. I should have been the one chosen. And he just feels like he was like, I was supposed to be like, because the way he was running things, he felt like he should have been the next Christian Grey, and he should have been, up there. He was trying to make moves to become as big as Christian Grey and stuff like that. That was his whole thing. So he's going on that wave, and then apparently he done kidnapped Mia, and he tell Anna she needs to bring $5 million in cash. Don't tell nobody. Throws the phone. So Anna's trying to get the money. She goes home. She leaves work, goes home, changes. After she changes, she calls Sawyer. Hey, Sawyer, can you help me in the library? He goes to the library. She runs out the door, and then she gets in the Audi. She leaves. Sawyer, her security is chasing her, like, oh, she just left out, she's running out the business. Like, there's a whole little thing. Then she's at right now, I'm at the 82-minute mark. She is just got to, like, wherever she's supposed to get the money from, the $5 million. She goes to write the check, shows the ID, and it's on the third, and then Christian. The guy's like, yeah, Mr. Gray's on the phone. Your husband's on the phone. So before she gets this money, she's going to have to talk to Christian.